I'm Tavin Nasir, and this is Leadership Biz Cafe, a podcast that provides insights and tools to help leaders take on the challenges and opportunities found in leading today's workplaces. Leadership Biz Cafe is brought to you by Tavin Nasir Leadership, our leadership firm that offers keynotes and corporate trainings in both virtual and in-person settings that will help you to improve the way you lead and guide your organization's growth and future successes. To find out how we can help you today with your leadership challenges and discover your untapped opportunities, visit our website at tavinasir.com. And with that, let's dive into a brand new edition of Leadership Espresso Shot. Over the past year, I've given keynotes and workshops around a wide range of leadership topics, from examining the role empathy plays in succeeding at leadership, to developing strategies to improve communication and strengthen trust within teams and the organization at large. While the topics and material I covered varied, reflecting back on the past year and the numerous conversations I had with leaders in attendance, both at the event and after, I noticed there was a common undercurrent shared amongst these different conversations. Whether it was a middle manager or a senior executive, it was clear that they were grappling with their own set of work concerns and uncertainties that are making many of them question their ability to continue to lead under such conditions, of whether they still had the knowledge and skills to continue to succeed in their role within the organization. That's why for this Leadership Espresso Shot, I'd like to share with you 4 simple measures you can take that will help you to overcome any self-doubt you may have about your ability to lead, especially during periods of uncertainty and rapid change like we're experiencing right now. The first measure I want to share that will help you overcome any self-doubt you may have about your leadership is to keep on the lookout for any opportunity to help those around you. No matter what your position is in the organization, all of us are driven by a need to know that we can be of help, that what we do matters to those around us. For leaders, these moments of self-doubt are a perfect opportunity to get out from behind your proverbial desk and wander around to see what your team is up to and how you can help them move forward with some of the tasks on their plate. Even in a virtual setting, this could be done by simply reaching out to an employee to see how they're managing and if there's anything you can do to help. It could be something as simple as giving more clarity about how the task they're working on will create momentum for the team's larger goals. Or maybe it could be putting them in touch with someone who can help provide them with insights or solutions to the problems they're currently grappling with. It might seem like a small effort, but your impromptu lending of a helping hand will not only remind your team you're there to help them succeed, but it will also give you a sense of accomplishment that will help you get past these feelings of uncertainty over your ability to contribute in a meaningful fashion. The second measure you can take to overcome self-doubt about your leadership is to seek out opportunities to learn new ideas, perspectives, and approaches. Sometimes our sense of uncertainty about our abilities is less a result of some failure, as it is a manifestation of this feeling that we're stuck in a rut, where we're no longer growing, but simply going through the motions of what we do every day. One obvious way to get past this is to take the initiative to build on your existing skills and abilities by taking courses, reading books, or perhaps listening to a podcast like this one that can help you gain new insights and perspectives about where you can grow and evolve as a leader. Making the effort to learn more about the process of leading your team will not only help open your mind to new ideas and approaches, but it will also help you grow as a leader. The third measure to overcome self-doubt is something that I share in some of my keynotes, and that is to start building a rainy day gratitude bank. If you've been doing a good job serving as a leader in your organization, you've probably received many emails or notes of gratitude, both from your team as well as from your customers, expressing their appreciation for your leadership and guidance. When things are going well, these little gestures help to reinforce your perception that you're succeeding in your leadership role because you're providing people with what they need to be successful in their efforts. But instead of simply tossing these messages aside and moving on, I want to encourage you to collect all of them and create for yourself a rainy day gratitude bank, This can be a folder on your computer, or if you prefer it, it can be a physical folder you keep in a drawer in your desk. Whatever organizational method works best for you, the key here is just to have a dedicated process for collecting and keeping track of the various emails, messages, and cards you received, which help to underscore your past successes with leading others. When you're finding yourself questioning your ability to lead, open this folder and read what others have said about your leadership as a way to remind yourself of what you're capable of and how you are able to direct your team towards reaching your shared objectives. It can also help you understand where your strengths are as a leader, of what you did that had a positive impact on others, which can give you some guidance and direction for what you can do today to recapture that sentiment. And finally, the fourth measure you can use to overcome self-doubt about your leadership is to manage your own expectations. One of the responsibilities of being a leader is creating a vision of what you'd like your team to accomplish, both to help define what you expect from your employees, as well as to clarify the direction you'd like your team to take. But how many leaders also take the time to develop a vision of what they expect from themselves? Unfortunately, this step is often overlooked, and consequently, it ends up being defined by outside factors. As such, it's no surprise that many leaders soon find themselves struggling with self-doubt as they lack any real guideposts to help them stay the course. So, if you haven't already done so, create a list of realistic expectations you have for yourself as a leader and keep it somewhere where it'll stay top of mind. Being able to refer to this list will help you ensure that you're not only staying on target, but that you're living up to your own expectations. Remember, it's hard to manage others if you're not able to manage yourself first. When a leader helps their team achieve their goals or attain various successes, it's easy to fall into that misguided presumption that you've figured out how to be a good leader and can simply fall back on those behaviors or tactics. However, being effective as a leader over the long run requires continual learning and development so that you can adapt as a leader to the changing needs of your employees, not only as they develop and evolve, but also in response to the changing demands and expectations that will arise over time. It's also important to understand that all of us will experience moments of self-doubt about our abilities, of whether we still have what it takes to successfully lead others. And to be honest, that's actually a good thing, because if we understand that the journey of learning to be a leader never ends, we avoid falling into that trap of hubristic leadership that befalls many leaders. Instead, these moments of self-doubt can encourage us to remain humble despite whatever milestones or accolades we've amassed, and remain curious to listen and learn. That we remain open to understanding not only what we need to say and do to help our organization achieve its goals, but what's required of us going forward to continue to bring out the best in those we lead. Now, if you'd like to learn more about how you can be more effective at leading during uncertain times, I'd like to invite you to connect with me so we can talk about what I can share on this subject in a leadership keynote or workshop at your upcoming event or retreat. Just go to my website at tavinasir.com and fill out the contact form to get started. And while you're there, it'd be helpful to take a look at my speaking and workshop pages, which will not only provide you with more information about the topics I cover, but you can also learn about some of the keynotes and workshops I can deliver at your event. Not to mention seeing what other leaders have had to say about attending my past keynotes and workshops. And if you enjoyed this episode or past episodes of my podcast, please do take a moment here to rate and review my show wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Tavin Nasir, and you've been listening to Leadership Biz Cafe.